Have you ever noticed how one person's touch can make you melt or soften? And while another person's touch can make you pull away or tense up. So, why? Why is that? It's probably not because the touch was different. It's because our bodies experience touch through relationship, experience, and safety. Relationship, experience, and safety. That's how we experience touch. Okay, so welcome back to Ask Amanda, where we explore love, intimacy, and relationships through the lens of the nervous system. And we explore, more importantly, what your body is trying to tell you about love, intimacy, and connection. So today's question is, why does some touch make us melt? And while other touches make us flinch or pull away. So, first thing, touch is more than just physical. We tend to think of touch as this physical experience, and it is, but your brain is also doing something else. Your brain is processing something on a much deeper level. It isn't just processing, I'm being touched, it's processing who is touching me, why are they touching me? How do I feel with this person? Okay. So your body isn't responding only to the physical touch, it's responding to the relationship of the person that's touching you. So, context. So, context is also another critical piece. Imagine your best friend is hugging you, or maybe your best friend puts her hand on your shoulder. It probably feels good. It probably feels comforting to you. Now, imagine someone you barely know is doing the exact same thing. Same touch, but different experience. Okay. Nothing changed except the context and also your relationship with the person who's touching you. Our nervous systems are constantly interpreting what touch means, constantly. And it's not just interpreting what it feels like in the body. So here's something that I don't hear a lot of people talk about. A lot of men think massage is foreplay, and massage is not foreplay. Massage puts a person in a certain mood. It's massage is generally for relaxation, releasing muscles. So that's relaxation. And even during massage, you'll find a lot of people, myself included, I get sleepy. I just want to go to sleep when I'm getting a massage or after I'm having a massage. So if a woman wants to relax, a massage is great for that. But if she is thinking that, okay, because he's probably done this before, that this massage, he wants to have sex, he wants to have sexual intimacy. So meanwhile, she's getting this massage and can't fully enjoy it. She can't fully drop into the experience because she's thinking, okay, sex is probably going to be next. So, gentlemen, please, if you want to give your woman a massage, give her a massage. Don't use it as foreplay because a massage brings in a different mood than actual foreplay. Let's use foreplay as foreplay. Foreplay being kissing, sensual touch, sexual touch, um, doing things that make your partner turned on. That's foreplay. Okay. And so, usually, if you're giving the massages foreplay, it's not going to end, well, it could end in sex. I don't know. It could. But I think it's going to take away from the experience. So, yeah. So, you don't want to be ready to fall asleep when you are about to have sex. Okay. History. Let's talk about the next thing that matters. History. Okay. Your body remembers your experiences with different people. For example, has this person listened to you? Has this person respected your boundaries? Do they criticize you? Do you have any fear about upsetting them or that there will be some kind of negative repercussions if you say or do something that could upset them? Have this person, do they comfort you? So our bodies, like I said, are constantly collecting this information. And sometimes your body recognizes before your mind does. I know definitely for me, before your mind catches up, your body recognizes safety. And also before your mind does, your body can recognize danger. So sometimes, like, let's just say there's a like a rabid dog on the street and clearly like running and coming after you. Before you can even register, you're already moving. You're already running or trying to get out of the way of the dog. So that's the wisdom of the body. Okay. Recognizing things before your mind has a chance to. All right. Next, physical safety. Okay. Safety isn't only about physical safety. When people hear the word safe, they think, okay, I haven't been abused, I haven't been attacked. But emotional safety is just as important. So ask yourself this: can I ask for what I need? Can I tell this person the truth? Can I tell this person my truth? Can I be vulnerable and be okay with being vulnerable with this person? Can I be messy? Can I be imperfect? Can I take off my mask? We all wear masks. I don't care who you are. You're wearing a mask. So, one of the beautiful things about life in general and revealing yourself is that you can choose to take off your mask and it feels good. It's a bit vulnerable and it can feel like a really scary experience, but it's a beautiful thing. So, can you take off your mask and just be who you are, pure, unadulterated with this person? Okay. Can this person see, oh, this is really important? Can this person see every part of me? Ask yourself these questions. So that's emotional safety. When you have yes answer to those things, that's emotional safety. And emotional safety changes how touch feels. Okay. And on a personal note, excuse me, I was once in a relationship with someone who I didn't feel emotionally safe with. And the relationship didn't start out that way. It happened over time. The relationship changed for the worse, not for the better, obviously. And I just didn't feel emotionally safe with this person. So the touch repelled me. It absolutely repelled me because I did not have emotional safety. I felt judged by him. So his touch felt horrible. And it sent my nervous system into deep activation. And needless to say, that relationship, it had to end. So it ended. All right. Let's talk a little bit about the science. And so scientists have discovered that our skins contain nerve fibers. Okay. Our skin has nerve fibers, which respond, as you probably would guess, very well to slow, affectionate touch, like caressing the arm, caressing a shoulder, slow, affectionate touch. So we usually respond very well to that. Okay. So that signals two parts of the brain, that kind of touch. Um, it's going to involve emotion. So it signals to the part of the brain that has to do with emotion and connection. And it's not just the physical sensation, it's the signaling to the brain that is what is also happening. So when we experience affectionate touch with someone we trust, our bodies may release oxytocin. We've heard a lot about oxytocin. We've heard that it's the love hormone. And what it really is, it's involved in bonding and social connection. For example, between two lovers that are in a healthy relationship, it supports that bonding and that connection to that person between a mom and her baby and her children. So that's when oxytocin is released. However, you got to know oxytocin is not magic. It doesn't make something that's unsafe safe. Okay, so that trust has to happen first. Okay, and then your body is much more likely to soften. And that's where oxytocin comes into play. It's not magic. It's not gonna make me fall in love with somebody just because they're touching me in a way that normally feels good, because all these other things that I talked about come into play. Okay. So let's do our somatic practice. I'm going to invite you to sit comfortably where you are. And if it feels safe to do so, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. If you don't want to close your eyes, you can soften your gaze, whatever feels best for you. And I want you to think of someone that you feel deeply safe with. This could be a lover, this could be your girlfriend, your bestie, somebody that you feel deeply safe with, not someone you think you should feel safe with. Someone you actually feel safe with. Okay. So now that you have that person in your mind, I want to invite you to imagine them giving you a warm hug, or maybe even gently holding your hand. It can be giving you a warm hug or gently holding your hand, whichever one you like the most. Now notice your body. Notice how your body feels. Notice the sensations in your body. What's happening to your breathing? Is it slowing? What about your shoulders? Are they softening? What about your chest? Does it feel open? Okay. Do you feel any kind of warmth in your body? Whatever sensations are showing up. Now, after you feel for a moment what's happening in your body with someone you feel emotionally safe with, we're now going to do the opposite. And I want you to think of someone you do not feel emotionally safe with. And just notice, does your breathing change? Well, what about your stomach? Well, that's a big one. For someone you don't feel emotionally safe with, their stomach might be gurgling or tightening or something. Okay. What about your shoulders? What's happening? Are they relaxed or soft, or have they lifted? Do you feel like pulling away or stepping back? Do you feel yourself bracing when you imagine this person? And there's no right or wrong. And the goal isn't to judge yourself. And the goal is not to judge the other people, not to judge the person you feel safe with or emotionally unsafe with, you don't feel safe with. The goal is to be curious about what's happening in your body, making that connection, connecting with your body, and noticing the information that your body is giving to you. So on this channel, I am always, always, always going to invite you to come back to your body, to take in that wisdom from your body. And listening to your body is one of the most important skills you can develop. Okay. All right. So that is the practice. Also, you can do this practice when you're actually with a person. You can do it with your friend, your bestie, when you're with your partner. So you can try that practice when you're actually with that person. And just notice and see how that feels and connect with your body again and again. So if you've noticed that your body often feels guarded and disconnected in your relationships, know that you don't have to figure it out alone. In my relationship reset session, we take a deep dive into your relationship patterns and your nervous system responses to figure out what's going on underneath the surface. And you can begin to stop these painful patterns that have kept you in pain and kept you hurt for who knows how long. And also, so you can start creating, more importantly, you can create relationships that feel nourishing for you and have a deeper level of intimacy. You will leave the session with actual tools and practices that you can use right away. Okay, so learn more, you can go to the link in the description, and I'll also put a QR code on the screen. Okay, so if this episode has helped you to understand your body a little bit better, I'm grateful for that. And I am humbled by that. So subscribe if you find this content useful to you. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free to put it in the comments, okay, or make a comment. All right, until next time, I will see you all. Bye.